Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Preppin' Mama here. If you're new here, I am a mom prepper, mom of 7. I've been prepping for about 14 years now. In that time frame, we've discovered, well, we've had a special needs child or 2, and we have other things going on with our health, both my husband and I, and some of our kids. I have a daughter with autoimmune disease, so on and so forth. I'm not going to bore you with the details, but anyway, this is what I talk about, prepping with all those things in mind. So yesterday I said I'd show you my preps and my prepping and my gardening warts and all. So this is where the warts and all comes in. Okay guys. So this is my, I call it the berm garden. This was a big berm, and my 15-year-old son terraced this for me this year. If I have to say a shout out to him. Nate has been invaluable to me. I would not have gotten so much done. We would not have gotten so much done without his help. And he's just been incredible, an incredible help. And it's been really good for him to learn some new skills. So if you have teenage boys out there, put them to work. It is the best confidence booster and way for them to learn skills. I can't talk enough about raising teenage boys. And I would love to share all the mistakes we've made one day, because that there's like a huge testimony there. But today I'm talking about my warts and all garden. So I started seeds indoors. They were successful indoors, although a bit leggy. I did not harden them off well. I kind of messed up on that, and some of them were stressed when I ended up planting them. I've also transplanted some herbs, and I don't know what's happening here. So this is going to be eventually my perennial garden, but for now I'm doing some perennials, but I'm mostly using it for my summer vegetable garden with my vining items that take up a lot of space. And this is what I did last year, although it wasn't quite as pretty. It was just a big plastic covered knoll. Anyway, I transplanted out of garden box 2 this rosemary plant, because I don't really want permanent plantings in those. I want, you know, those are my garden boxes. I just want my annual vegetables in there. So it's not looking good. And this thing was a huge snarl to untangle because it had creeped. I had not pruned it. It's a creeping rosemary, and the roots, there were just so many of them. So trying to get it back in the ground properly, I'm just not sure I was successful. It's showing signs of stress. So there you go, people. I can kill a rosemary. Rosemaries are pretty hardy plants. If I kill this one, it's the second one I've killed this year. I've tried to make sure the roots are covered. I think they are. I'm not really sure. The lavender, however, that I transplanted looks like it's doing fine. And part of the reason I have these here is, like I said, this will be my permanent perennial garden, but I'm also wanting to transplant these things now to help with pest control. So, so that's why I moved the herbs over now. So over here, okay, so I did not start these. I got these starts at Azure Standard. It's hard to see because the only original plant on this property is a snowball bush, and of course it's shedding all its petals and it's covering everything. But there are purple Brussels sprouts in here. One of them did not make it, so there are 5. So those were not my starts, so I'm assuming they were hardened off properly. And then I got some of this cabbage. I ended up with cabbage, you guys. I don't know what my problem is. I said I wasn't going to do cabbage. I'm doing cabbage. This is Ruby Perfection cabbage. I got that over the weekend. I also got some celery over the weekend. These are all plants I did not start. All right. Okay. Here's pumpkin. I'm filling some of this area in with other things also. I just haven't got there yet. And I haven't got my irrigation done yet. It's still sitting over there loose. My bee box fell over. So these are my pumpkins. I think they're doing okay right now. The squash seems to be doing all right. The cucumbers are not doing all right. Okay, so I put these stepping stones here so I could walk through the garden. I planted marigolds. I planted some daisies. Okay, over there is watermelon. Over here is cantaloupe. Yellow squash is there. And up against the trellis is cucumber, but you can't even see it because I don't know if they're gonna make it. And then over here, the artichoke plant that was in that animal trough that was looking so good. It's not looking so good now, but there it is. And then 2 cardoon plants and 2 artichoke plants there. They're not looking so good either. My sunflowers, 3 out of 4 look like they're doing okay. I will be planting more seeds, but I started some in the house. This variety of cucumber is double yield. This one's doing a little bit better, especially that plant there. So I guess worst case scenario, you guys, I'll have to go buy new cucumber plants, but they aren't going to be the ones that I wanted. So part of this is I forgot about hardening. I forgot I was hardening off my plants outside, and I left them on the front porch where the western sun is hottest in the evening. I didn't get them off the porch in time, and it totally stressed them out. So that's what happened with those. I'm thinking all of this, oh, that's zucchini over there. So this should all fill in very nicely. I want to have sunflowers all across this whole fence area here, but I haven't dropped seeds yet in there yet. So that's what's happening there. I don't know if this rosemary is gonna make it. If it doesn't, I guess I'll just get another creeping rosemary, but I feel bad because I took it out of the box where it lived. I'll show you where I took it from. Oh, this is the one box that's getting topped this year. The other ones were already growing stuff, so I didn't get to top them. I'm not sure I'm finished topping this one. This one will have pole beans along the back, bush beans over here towards the front here and there, probably a tomato, and I'm actually looking for some okra because I decided I wanted to grow okra, so I'm looking for some okra for over here. Okay, so this is where I took the herbs, and when I took the herbs out, I snapped my irrigation line. So I have repairs to do on that. So the only other thing I have in here is carrots, and I had lavender, raspberry, and chives, and I took those out. And then I have a volunteer parsley plant here. Anyway, so I have to fix that. I have to run my irrigation to that whole part of the garden. It has not been run yet. There is irrigation there. I need to split it off into 2 for each level, and I'm on a learning curve. I've got all my stuff. I just haven't got out here. We've had some really hot weather, and I did not want to be doing that in the 99 degrees or whatever it was. So I got what I could planted, and I was going to go back and fix my irrigation. So over here I have collards coming up. My peas are doing good. These are green arrow peas. And then I've got like a darker red romaine, which is really hard to see, but there it is. I've got some weeds. I've got some other romaine. I've got some arugula. And I do actually have a few beets coming up, but they haven't come up very well. So that's basically what I have for my vegetable garden. So, yeah, I have a lot to do still. So I need to plant that 3rd box, and I need to run all my irrigation. That's basically what I need to do. And I guess I'll just not worry about the rosemary plant too much, I guess. Oh, I need to, what I'm gonna do over here, once I fix this irrigation in box 2, I'm gonna go ahead and throw my basil plants in. So I've got about 5 or 6 different basil plants to go in here. I'm gonna put the annual herbs in here with the parsley. I need to clip back that parsley because it's gonna go to seed. And some cilantro, and I'll probably, well, I have green onions to put in, but I think I'm gonna put those in here when these radishes are done, because they're gonna be done soon. Are you playing? Silly girl. Where the camera is, there is Marcella. The radishes, I had one yesterday. I think it was small. It was very strong, but we should be done. Okay, your horse does not need to be in the picture.
It's not a horse,
okay.
It's a unicorn.
Okay, your unicorn doesn't need to be in the picture right now. So these should be ready fairly soon to pull, and then when that happens, I do have leeks and green onions to put in, so we'll see how that goes. I'm just to be honest, I worked all weekend. I didn't get as far as I wanted to. I'm struggling with this new dog, just trying to get to know her and hold my hand. Hold my hand. And dealing with that, and you know, just dealing with everything. But anyway, I'm not going to water today because we're supposed to get rain all week. So we'll see what happens there. If I have to be out of town all day, hopefully that's not a problem. Hopefully not watering this morning is not going to end up being a problem. If the weather forecast is correct, it shouldn't be. So anyway, lots going on. Not making as much progress as I would like, but hey, that's life. Oh, the other thing that happened that is really bothering me. The neighbors mowed their weeds down, which is a good thing, but when they did that, all the ticks seemed to come over here, and ticks freak me out. So we mowed again, even though it had only been a week since we mowed again, to try to, you know, mowing tends to help keep things down. But I'm finding them on the dog, I'm finding them on me, I'm finding them on my kid, and I just found one on my front porch. So they freak me out because we have enough health problems without adding Lyme disease to the mix. So even though I'm an anti-spray person, I told my husband, can you find something to spray over there to keep the ticks down? I don't know if there's something that I would feel comfortable spraying, but I'll tell you what, I can't deal with this, so it needs to happen. Something needs to happen. And all we're doing is combing that dog. And she does have stuff on her, but I think it's time to put new stuff on. But this is, you know, where we're picking them up at, and they're starting to infiltrate over here because I just found one on the porch. So anyway, those are my warts and struggles for this week. I am making some progress. It's not as much as I want, but I'm tired, and I'm just gonna keep plugging away at it as I can. I won't get anything done today because this is my day to go to town. So tomorrow it is. So what I'm working on here is filling up this grow bag, because this is where my ketchup and fries plant is going to go. And if you haven't heard of that, that was developed in the UK. It grows tomatoes on top and potatoes on bottom, and I basically just got that for fun for the kids.
Mama.
I see. Just let me finish, okay? I have a bay laurel that's going to go in here so I can move it in and out in the wintertime. And I'm going to fill this up a little more, and then we're going to plant greens in that. So that's what I've got left to do, and then I might put even more dirt in that last number 3 box because I have dirt left over. I'll show you. So we got 4 yards of soil. My husband got me, or I left it up to him, but he went ahead and got me organic soil, so I was pretty happy about that. I'll show you what it is. So this is the time of year where there's a lot of projects going on and a lot of work piling up, and I just feel inadequate for the task, you know? You ever feel that way? He got me 4 yards of soil, and this is what's left. So I can afford to fill up that box more and fill up more pots. I could probably fill up pots I don't yet own. I really want to find some good wood pots. Haven't been able to find some good wood pots that aren't astronomically expensive yet. I really don't want to grow my food in plastic. But you know, I'll do what I have to do. So anyway, that's what's going on. I'm struggling, but there's progress. And I have never grown celery before, folks, but my parents were growing it, and I thought, oh, that sounds kind of good. And then I saw some at the garden center, so I picked it up. Please, little rosemary plant, do better. I really like creeping rosemary. I like this plant. I really hope it bounces back. I'm considering trimming it back. If you have opinions on this, please leave them in the comments. I would appreciate that very much. We're gonna go get ready to go into town, folks. I thank you for joining me today, and it would be awesome if you liked this video and subscribe to my channel. If you're interested in preparedness, with a bunch of different health issues going on and how we handle it, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and tell me what you've got going on too, because misery loves company, right? But no, I think it feels better when you know you're not alone. And so talk to me and let me know what you're dealing with, so we can share. And I really appreciate YouTube and the community here, and I appreciate my viewers. So have a great week, you guys, and I will be talking to you soon. Thanks.